Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Bahrain has seen some of the most dramatic races in F1, like Sergio Perez's incredible 2020 victory, surging ahead from being last on the opening lap.
Now, Karun, with regards to Alex Albon, just how will he be feeling at this point in the weekend?
They don't seem to be getting the best from the car right now, to be honest. Not sure if it's the balance or just an issue with confidence, but something needs to change.
But which team has perfected the strategy that will see them prevail here at the Bahrain Grand Prix?
A single set of tyres will wear down completely before the end of the race. So we're going to need to make at least one pit stop per driver to change tyres at some point. Don't forget, each pit stop taken will add time to that lap. So we need to think carefully about when to pit and why. You should consider setting a tyre strategy for each driver ahead of the race. We need to make sure we have a good plan for when we want the cars to pit. Every race weekend, the team will prepare some recommended strategies to choose from. Let's see what they suggest for this race. You can take a look over the different recommended strategies here. If you like the look of one of the team's suggestions, you can go ahead and select it now. If you think a different approach could work, you can make changes to any of the team's strategies, or even create one from scratch. We can always adapt our strategy during the race, so we can respond quickly to changing conditions and stay ahead of the pack.
Here in Sakir, the floodlights are on, and it's nearly time for 57 laps around the Bahrain International Circuit. And there's always a sense of excitement when it comes to talking about Max Verstappen.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go.
A driver's confidence level can be impacted throughout a race weekend, both negatively and positively by on-track events. You can keep an eye on each driver's confidence level here. A driver with higher confidence will have an increased performance and a lower risk of on-track incidents. A driver with lower confidence will see a decrease in performance and have a higher risk of on-track incidents happening. Don't forget that even if you have a strategy already set, you'll still need to let the driver know when to pit. You can keep track of individual tyre wear and condition here. Each tyre compound has an optimal temperature range during which the tyre performs its best. An overheating tyre will wear faster, whereas a tyre that is too cold will lack grip and therefore reduce the car's lap time. Oversee powertrain parts condition, risk of damage and rate of wear here. Aerodynamic parts can suffer damage of differing levels, and whereas some parts can be replaced during a weekend or even a race, major damage could force a car to retire. Fuel commands instruct the driver on how to manage their car's fuel consumption. Make sure to keep an eye on the remaining fuel for each car. If a car runs out of fuel, it will be forced to retire.
Yeah, it's just not possible.
Now look, here we head into turn 2. It's certainly inviting. And up they go to 17th.
If a driver needs an additional performance boost for a short time, they can adjust their ERS mode and use any battery charge they have. There are several ERS commands. Some will focus on deploying energy for additional pace, and others on harvesting energy for later use. If a driver is entering a battle situation, where they might need the extra power for an overtake attempt or to defend against one, then you can direct them to deploy energy as they see fit through Battle Assist.
We'll start the lifting post now.
Copy.
GRS enabled. So P15.
Controlling pace here will help you manage a car's tyre temperature and condition. Keep an eye on the tyre condition of both cars. Over time, tyre condition will fall, reducing their grip and performance, eventually leading to tyre failures and car retirement. It always pays to talk tactics with the drivers. You can instruct them to respond to a number of different situations that might occur on the track. For example, when trying to overtake. This gives you more control over driver behaviour while allowing you to manage the level of risk they will take. There are several other unique situational tactics that drivers can also use, from avoiding dirty air to not battling with a teammate.
Let's put pressure.
Copy.
Reduce fly core roll.
Yep, copy.
Here's the replay. Now there's the car of Piastri. Things look fine here. Oh, and the car locks up. Now they did leave it very late.
We look at reducing the lift and core.
Copy.
We want to lift core, please.
Copy.
So this is what happened. Let's have a look as we go into the 13th corner. It's there for the taking. And ahead goes Logan Sargent.
Lift core increase, please.
Copy.
If you want to review or adjust your race strategy, you can use Strategy View to do so. For a deeper understanding of how the race is playing out, it pays to keep an eye on the data view. The data view is an important area to track during the race. It gives you a deep dive into race data, including lap times for all of the team's drivers. Here, you can also view how the current session could affect the drivers' and constructors' championship standings. You can also check the latest lap and sector times for all drivers and see an overview of their tyre conditions. As the race progresses, remember to keep an eye on your planned strategy. Use the strategy view to take a look at the plan and also check the graphs to see how a car's tyre wear is matching up to the team's expectations. As well as using the strategy view to check on each driver's strategy, you can also edit, adjust, or even change a strategy entirely.
increase lift and coast.
Yeah.
Start to manage some PU temps.
Copy. As soon as I try to race anyone, I just have no front.
Okay, keep pushing, keep pushing. Let's close this gap.
I'm trying.
Autoplay thought. Can use the overtake.
Copy.
We need to get into some lift and coast.
Yep, copy.
Now Alex Albon is part of this. They decide to give it a go. And up they go to 17th.
Need to increase lift and coast.
Copy.
Like to reduce slide core.
Copy.
We start like up.
Copy. Yeah, it's a joke, anyway.
Let's see what happened there. Now the focus is on Lando Norris here. The gap opens up for them. And Lando says, well, thank you very much.
Would like to increase a bit the LICO everywhere.
Copy.
Now we can see what happened. It was the Williams driver we see there. Can they squeeze by? And that's 16th place now.
You can be aggressive with overtake usage.
Copy.
To use the overtake.
Yeah.
Push to close this gap. Okay, happy to manage tyre short term.
Yep.
When you set a strategy for a car, a pit window will be created, during which it is recommended to call for a pit stop. The race engineer will also alert you to the optimal pit lap for your strategy. Throughout race weekend sessions, including the race itself, You'll want to be using pit stops to manage and adjust a car's setup, as well as deal with any areas of wear or damage. Just remember it's up to you when to pit a car. The optimal window is just a guide. As a tyre is used, the tread will gradually wear away. This wear rate is impacted by several factors, including the tyre compound and the driver's pace command. An overheating tyre will also wear faster. Here you can see all the tyre compounds available this weekend. When making any changes, just be sure you're considering both the condition and the compound of the selected tyre. If needed, you can also use a pit stop to replace the front wing. During the race, achieving a quick pit stop time is vital if your driver is to maintain their position on the track. Time things well, and they might even gain a place or two. However, mistakes can happen, resulting in some stops taking longer than anticipated.
Ready slide core on board.
Yeah, copy.
Leaf core increase, please.
Yeah, copy that.
The window is open.
Yes, copy.
Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
Lance Stroll comes into box. And it's in that moment right there, that things go wrong.
Okay, box.
Yeah, box.
Use the rest.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Let's watch these cars as they head into turn 10. There's the opening. And Lance Stroll makes the overtake.
Need some recharge. Hülkenberg has pitted.
Pit entry.
Copy.
Box, box.
Yes, the key box.
Susie up the overtake.
Over to you, Karun.
So Hulkenberg pulled in. Oh, but they have trouble releasing the car.
Okay, back off.
Box.
Yeah, over. Don't watch the white line. Okay, back off.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Now here we are at the final corner. Struggling with the car. But that's just the risk you take. The later you leave it. Let's take a closer look. Now we're at turn 11 now. The opportunity's there. And thank you very much, says Nick de Vries. Right then, we can take a look now. Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner. And the car fails to respond. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres. Now what happened there, Karun?
The Alpine crew standing by. But the car isn't released properly.
Don't worry about it.
Now this was on the straight. It's certainly inviting. And Sonoda says, thank you very much. Now this is what happened as they took turn 8. And the car just locks. By that point, it was just too late.
The window is open.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now here, we're taking turn 6. The opportunity begging to be taken. And up they go to 17th.
Go push.
Yep, copy.
We want to leave court, please.
In the pit lane.
Copy. Watch out, white line.
Just do lift and coasting.
Yes, okay. Box.
Yeah, roger.
It'll be clear at pit exit. big crash, watch out. Just remember in the main straight might still be some debris.
Let's have a look at that. Here we are, we're looking at turn 11. It's there for the taking. And that's 16th place now.
Use overtake. Pushing on.
Copy.
Reduce flight cover.
Copy.
Okay, Alex, we can start reducing lift and coast.
Yep, copy.
Make sure you give some energy.
Confirm.
Happy to push maximum in high speed. You can push now maximum in high speed.
Copy.
increase lifting coast.
Yes, copy.
Lift core increase, please.
Copy.
To recharge the pack.
Copy that.
Look after your tires.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
Go push, go push.
Copy.
So let's just go push.
Yep, okay.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Understood.
Like to reduce slide core.
Copy that.
Suggest no LICO into turn 1.
Yep.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Now here we are at the final corner. And there goes the steering. And they ended up their own passenger.
Focus on your tires for the moment. Reduce slide core overall.
We think you can reduce lifting coast.
Yes.
You can afford to drop back.
Okay, copy.
Let's increase lifting coast.
Yep.
Here's the replay. Here we are then at the 11th corner. They decide to give it a go. And up into 14th they go.
We're happy to push on with the tyres. Can push through all corners.
Okay.
Four laps to go.
Start to close in now. Yeah. Deploy.
Copy, yes.
Currently 3 laps remaining of the race. So lifting coast level 3.
Yes.
Let's try and build this back up.
Yes, copy. One more lap.
Increase lifting coast.
Yeah, copy.
Let's get the pack under control.
Yeah, sure.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
Okay.
Full deploy.
Copy.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Checker flag ahead of you.
And your go push, go push. You can be aggressive with overtake usage. So watch DRS. Okay, that's checker flag. So you end up P18. On target, good job.
I truly gave it everything I had there. Thank you.
Dear oh dear, what a disaster of a drive for Logan Sargent.
It's been a very frustrating day for them, and they leave without any points. That's not the sort of performance we'd expect to see, really.
And no doubt, Verstappen fans will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
And that's win number 1 of the season, and it's sure to provide them with a real confidence boost.
And we've certainly kicked things off in style here at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Now, Karun, no doubt there'll be a lot for the teams to process after that race, but how do you think the Williams team are feeling?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that is about that for this weekend's action here in Bahrain.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.